up? This is Erica from Skyline Music Promotions, and I'm out here at the Social in Orlando, Florida, hanging out with this awesome band, Felicity. So, can you guys say your names and what you do in the band?
Yes. My name is Andrew. I play guitar.
My name is Corey. I play guitar also.
Okay. My name is Damien, and I'm the vocalist.
Hello, I'm Tyler, and I play drums.
And I'm Mike. I play bass.
All right, so for people who haven't heard your music before, how would you describe it?
We like to play pop punk, but like a little bit heavier. Some people call it easycore. But yeah, like kind of in your face. But we like to have a lot of high energy. Like all of our songs, we like to be able to really express ourselves on stage with a lot of energy. So we try to write songs that allow us to do that.
See your energy.
Yeah, it's kind of also, we have a bit of edge of like hard rock with some of our songs like Burn the World and Tonight and Pretty Face. It's got some classic influences of classic rock, but we definitely revolved the new EP around kind of being more pop punkish, kind of easy core sound.
Yeah, some of our favorite bands that we're listening to right now is A Day to Remember. I love that band, pop punk, hardcore. We like to play stuff like that. We also like Neck Deep a lot, who is like rising up in the charts, and we love to watch them too. So, you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about you go to see the band, not really hear the band. You can always buy the music, but at the end of the day, when you go to see them, you want to feel the energy, and we're just trying to bring that pop punk vibe back, but give something new and different with a little bit of a heavier edge and mix some old school with some new school and just bring something new to the table.
Yeah.
Add something, Tyler.
And put a show on. Put a show on for everybody, like they said, not just the music. Getting everyone involved, jumping around, feeding that energy off everyone. And
that's the easiest way to describe us.
All right, so you guys are on the Summer Meltdown Tour right now. Yeah. So what has been... Yeah, nice. Let's check it out. Let's zoom in on that.
The only one with it left.
The rest of us have lost our lanyards. We'll find it.
No. Mine's on my door. Mine is literally on my door.
Have mine. You lost yours.
Okay. It's on the door.
So is this your tour? Like,
Yeah.
It is your tour.
Yeah.
Okay, so what has been the most memorable moment so far?
Now, this is a very
Yeah.
subjective question. Andrew, what's your favorite?
This is like my least favorite. We had a problem with like our van because we broke the dipstick from the oil, and then we like kept thinking we were low on oil, so we kept putting more oil in the car because we're ignorant and we don't know anything about cars. And we actually ended up putting too much oil in the car, and we broke down in the middle of nowhere, Indiana. And we were there for like 6 hours, and long story short, I got covered in ticks, and we all got sunburned, and we were late to the show. We were supposed to play in Chicago, and
on the sides of the road?
oh, there was we could corn.
Look at all these chickens.
We were so late to our show in Chicago, we didn't get to play.
What was probably awesome about that was just the bonding experience of being in the middle of nowhere for like 4 to 6 hours, and you're just hanging out with your friends thinking, how are we going to get out of this situation?
Well, it was bonding at first, and then everyone was getting hot and frustrated with each other. Then we tried to look for people to come and stop and help us. We're spelling words wrong on the back of merch boxes, and
I know, and like like we said, it was super hot. Things got weird. Shirts came off. Shirts came off. And we'll stop it there. Next.
All right, so you guys got chosen to play Warped Tour. How was that whole experience?
That was absolutely insane. Dream come true. They do a big battle of bands every year, and this year they picked one band from each major city to play, and we got chosen. And it was like I said, a dream come true. The hottest day of my life. At any point, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack, but it was absolutely worth it.
I can speak to that. Imagine playing an hour-and-a-half show condensed into 4 songs, and it's the same amount of energy you're putting out there at 11:30 in the morning in the middle of July. But it was in Orlando. But it was so amazing to be playing first at Warped Tour at 11:30 and still having 300-400 people there just going crazy for it. It was just one of those life experiences that you can't put a price on. Tyler, add something to this.
Definitely the best experience of my life. I did not expect that many people to come watch us.
It's his biggest show.
My biggest show ever. Biggest show. Super excited.
He's the newest one.
Yes, I am the newest.
Since March, though. So it's been a chunk of time, but still the biggest show at that
Biggest show,
time.
most tiring show. for sure. As soon as I got done playing, I felt like I was going to pass out.
Yeah.
It was
Very true.
it was fun. Though.
Yes.
What do you want to add?
There was also at Warped Tour, there were some awesome bands that we played with on that stage as well. For example, Yellow Card came right after us, which was super awesome because Yellow Card is doing like their final tours. So we actually got to have that experience with them up there. Who else was on that stage? Newfound Glory was there. State Champ, Sum 41, which all killed it. So like that, Real Big Fish, less than.
Funny stuff. So Andrew actually got to meet 4 Year Strong, which is my favorite band. And Mike and I were like, oh, we could still go get tour water. And it's just like water in a Munster can they give to the bands. So we thought it was a great idea to go backstage and try to get water. And as soon as we walked back, they started yelling at us. And then Mike goes and haggles with them for like 10 minutes. And they're like, fine, you get 2 waters. So then he condensed it down to 1 water. And we got 1 water. And then we saw a few of the bands, but they weren't really reciprocating anything because when it's hot and everything and people are just coming up and freaking out.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like we don't ever want to see them again and have them be like, oh, those are those weird guys. So we try to like act kind of professional around the other bands at Warped Tour, like be like, oh, I remember those guys, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, so can you talk about your writing process for your newest EP?
Yeah, this is kind of weird because like when we wrote most of these songs, he was in the band and he definitely wasn't in the band. So it went back to the 3 of us. Our writing process usually starts with guitars. We kind of come up with a riff or a chorus. We always like to start with the chorus. We want the chorus to be big. If we don't have a chorus we love, the song's not going to get made, and we'd like to build from there. And everyone kind of adds their own flavor to it.
What definitely helps, though, is that with our newest EP, Brace Yourself, we went to producer Andrew Wade, and we brought ideas. And maybe they weren't the best ideas, but there was clear structure. And you have to be willing to listen to the input of somebody who's not in the band, because they have ears that are thinking, well, this is what maybe everyone else is going to like, just try this. And he helped mold it, make it kind of what it is, and it takes what was probably a little seedling, and then it just blossoms into this amazing flower of an EP that it has become. And hopefully we can continue that same process as we move forward with our next EP. Damien, add something.
Yes, absolutely. I think yes. There's been a progression also in the material from our first EP to our new EP right now that we have done. So we definitely want to keep on growing as a band, and that's a natural aspect of a band. You want to keep on growing, writing better songs, always outdoing your last thing. So
Yeah.
It was great too because Andrew Wade yelled at Damien a lot. If he didn't like what Damien was singing, he'd be like, what are you doing?
Producer of A Day to Remember.
Yeah, Ghost Inside to the new Neck Deep record he did. He's done some amazing bands.
All right, so now we're going to go on to some random fun questions. All right, so if you guys could collaborate with any artist, who would you choose and why? Personally, as a band,
If I could collaborate with any artist, my personal favorite guitar player, singer dude is Claudio Sanchez from Coed and Cambria. I think he has an awesome voice and is a brilliant songwriter. So I love working with him.
Mine would probably have to be Dan from 4 Year Strong or Paul McCartney. I would prefer to have the whole Beatles because then, it's just hit song after hit song, but unfortunately half of them are there, but it would be better than nothing.
yeah. I think I'd like to work with I'd like to do a duet with Paramore. I feel like that would be fun. Haley Williams would be super fun to do something with, like an acoustic song or something like that. I don't know. We don't do any acoustic stuff, so yes.
Well, all these guys know, but Dave Grohl.
You have to show it now.
Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters is my favorite.
Only Tyler would go ahead and get a Dave Grohl tattoo on his back. Get that tattoo in there.
Right there.
Obviously gonna love the Foo Fighters collaboration. He's proud. He's wearing it with pride.
Foo Fighters, but yes, Dave Grohl, he's just an awesome dude in rock. They call him the nicest guy in rock. He just writes great hits, and he's my favorite musician. He's the reason why I started playing. What?
He's the nicest guy in rock.
Nicest guy in rock. Oh, okay.
My collaboration would be Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Just the amount of bass prowess in that man, I would love to bring that just to the Felicity table. I know it's funk, I know it's 90s rock, but you can always bring influences from the past into the present. And if it weren't for those bass lines from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I would not be the bassist that I am today. So absolutely, Flea from the Chili Peppers would be my collab favorite.
All right, so describe each band member in one word.
I don't want to describe myself. No, okay. You pick one. I'll describe one person. I'll describe.
Corey.
Corey. Corey is very polite. Because when Corey joined the band, he would send us emails. He wanted to join the band, and it would be like, "Dear Sir, comma, perfect punctuation, everything." Signed like his full name, middle name. Everything was like, it was an absolute pleasure to work with such talented musicians as yourself. And I'm like, dude.
Well, you guys
Stop being weird.
Craigslist, right?
Yeah, and this was all via Craigslist. So I was like, you're acting way too weird to be a Craigslist dude.
He was super weird, and he never stopped for like 3 months.
And then he ended up being the weirdest one of all of us. So.
Corey, you do gaming. You just go down the road.
Oh, I want to do Andrew though. Oh man. So Andrew is loud.
Whoa.
Like he'll be quiet. Oh yeah. Like during rehearsals he'll be quiet and he's on his phone doing whatever. But during football season, baseball season, any sports that he's like a fan of or anything he gets excited about, it's in your face, it's gritty, it's dirty, and he'll just get loud. And it's just every time is loud.
Very nice.
You can describe Tyler.
Okay, I'll describe him.
I think you two should describe
He's very, or like something about his body, or like his. Okay.
Say whatever you want.
All right. Body, it would have to be very hairy. If you would like see this area right here, it gets very hairy, but we won't show that. The other thing is very hardworking. I think he's a very good hard worker. Like when he wanted to join the band, he was like, "What songs? What do you want me to learn?" I was like, "Dude, can you learn 2 songs?" He came to practice. He learned all 4 songs, and he got it perfectly. So I thought hardworking would be a good thing, and hairy.
You could also use the word weird. The first time we met Tyler, he's wearing a beanie and he has a bunch of weird friends with him. And he's like, "Hi, my name's Tyler." And at that point, I'm just like, who is this kid? But he left a decent enough impression. So I definitely like hardworking. I'm also going to add the word aloof because sometimes Tyler does not know where he is nor what he is doing. But he is definitely going with the flow. The wallet. Talk about a kid who will not remember his wallet when he's leaving the house. Oh my gosh.
I don't know where my wallet is right now.
While I have the microphone, I'm going to go ahead and describe Damien. I'm going to use the word passionate, very passionate. When Damien feels something, he will always voice it. If there is an issue, if there is something positive, negative, Damien's going to be the first one to at least bring it to the table so that it can be discussed. And that is an excellent asset to have in a band. Very good passion.
The best ways, but I try.
You get it said. That's what's important.
He's also incredibly passive. Damien's like super passive because when he like gets mad or when he's very angry, he's like, "Look, I just want you to know, I know that this happened and I'm not trying to, be mad about it, but you just need to know that like it just can't happen, because we got to keep pushing forward." And so he's like super passive and he'll never get mad.
Word. You gotta tell him to pass.
Someone do
Mike. Describe
All right,
Mike.
Tyler's my turn.
Who am I describing? Mike. Okay, Mike. You're weird, man.
I know.
But if you're not weird, you're just weird. And you're very understandable, you let me into your house.
That's right. I did let him into my house.
So awkward.
This is turning into a really bad scenario.
Let him into his house.
Generous. Very generous. And nice.
I like that. I really like
Generosity is a great thing.
One word, generous. Generous.
Giving person.
Yes.
Tyler does live in my house. That is correct. And Corey will also be living in my house. So I'm going to have these 2 hooligans living with me. These 2 hooligans. Oh, gosh. I don't know what I'm getting myself into.
All right, so if you guys could create your own tour and be the headliner, who would you have as your opening acts?
Oh, we're the
I'm not worthy of
I'm not worthy of an opening for us.
Be arrogant. Just
Did you say if I want to tour with any band, it's too easy. I'd want to tour with A Day to Remember because they're awesome. They're a band who's done everything they've wanted to, and they've done it on their own terms. And despite having a record label really fight them and not having the easiest path, they fought for what they wanted, and they got there on their own terms in their own way. And they just write some of all of our favorite songs, and they're just hardworking dudes, and I think they're great role models to young bands like us.
Wow. I'd probably have to say that I would like to really tour with either. You know what? I'm gonna have to say the story so far, just because when I started listening to the story so far, I didn't really have too many friends because, as these guys pointed out, I'm really weird. So listening to their stuff was really like angst in your face, kind of like I don't need anybody but myself kind of thing. So their music really grew on me. And then after just seeing how they write their parts and how it all musically blends, I just feel like it'd be a really good mesh to have our sound with that story so far kind of sound.
Yeah. Very true. For me, it would probably be a combination of State Champs and Neck Deep, which toured together as well, it was an amazing show. I just thought they bring the energy, and also they're killing it right now. So those are my bands.
The band that I would choose to tour with would be Blink 182. I love Blink.
Shooting for the stars right now.
I am. I mean, they're a great band. Everybody loves them. I've always loved them. I've been listening to them ever since I was a little kid. And their music I just love their music so much.
I'm going to pick the very current and relevant choice right now, Sum 41. Talk about a band that you would not expect to just have an amazing comeback show at Warped Tour. I mean, they had the biggest crowd, hands down. And to just be part of that wave and that energy, I would absolutely love to have that. And of course, everything that everyone said, I totally agree with. Just to add to another great band, we'll just throw that on there as well.
So if you guys could trade places with any one person in the world, who would you choose and why?
If I could trade places with any one person in the world, this is really tough. If I could be anyone, I would like to be Tom Brady.
Yes.
I'm just a huge, huge Patriots fan. I think he's the greatest man alive, and I will fight you if you disagree with me.
Wow. Any man in the world or any woman, I would probably pick some like desolate sailboat captain somewhere off in like the sea that nobody cares about. And he just lives his life by the water.
Just go buy a phone.
Yeah, but like it's not like a man that the world doesn't really, just have a knowledge of. Yeah.
It's so obtainable.
It's hard because the government tracks you. The government knows where you are.
I'd have to agree with him as well. I would want to be a sailboat. Oh, can I go with you? Sailboat. We can trade. Yeah.
That's all.
I can. I want to.
You'll be my little servant boy.
What? No.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
I'm going to choose Hugh Hefner because he...
What a very obvious answer, but an excellent choice.
I mean, who doesn't want to, own Playboy and live in the mansion? So that's who I would choose. That's all I'm going to say.
So I'm going to have to go ahead and recycle the same answer that I gave before. I'm going to say Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers again, but the reason is very simple. You get to go around the world with your friends playing music in front of thousands of people. I mean, there are plenty of bands that are doing that, but to be in a band with such unity, such a strong fan base, it's exactly what I've wanted, and I know we're going to get there because that's the exact same thing I want with you guys. So we'll end that on a tender note. Oh, look at that. Oh.
All right, if you guys could write a jingle for any product that would be televised, what product would it be for?
I'd want to write a jingle.
We can do a collective one right here. We can do a collective
Okay.
one with the... Yeah, you want to do this one?
A collective one of the Easy Beat Egg.
Oh my God.
So the Easy Beat Egg is a glorious egg outside in Philly and New York area.
You should just probably leave it at that.
Yeah, I don't. You guys
Look it up if
just
you're
Google it.
curious.
Google it. Order it.
Basically, it's an item. It's an item that is used to, we will say,
No, don't say that.
pleasure oneself. We should say.
What's the jingle, though? You have to do the jingle.
Oh, we gotta heat it.
The easy beat egg. The easy beat
Boom.
egg. You know
Boom.
you're gonna beat it with
Boom.
the easy beat egg.
There we go. That's it.
That's it right
That's our
there.
jingle. Wow, this is quickly turning not safe for work.
Oh, man. That was beautiful. All right. So this is our last question. All right. So what makes Felicity different from other bands in your genre?
We realized that, when we first started this band, we've only been really around realistically for 2 years, and even like these guys have only been around for half of that. So we knew we were going to have to work harder than every other band if we wanted to get to where we were. And that's how we're able to do some awesome shows at some awesome venues like tonight, and have our hometown tour date and have a lot of people and, you know, do all these cool things. So our hard work and our work ethic, and on top of that, we want to make sure everyone goes home remembering that they saw us. So we try to bring that out on stage, where even if sometimes we mess up where we're actually playing, it probably will look cool, and you'll hopefully remember it.
Yeah, you know, pretty much fake it till you make it, because overall, all these great bands that are traveling worldwide, they're not perfect. They make their flubs and mistakes, but it's a matter of how well you are tight together. If the mistake is timed perfectly, or, you know, that jump was synchronized. And it's just making sure that your audience knows that you're connected with them, that they have the same drive and feeling with you, and that they know that they're just a part of the show just as much as you're giving the show.
Yes, I also like everything that you guys said. I think at the end of the day, if you're giving a performance that people are excited about and they're energized and they're like having a good time jumping around and everything, that's what matters in the end. Of course, you want to sound as best as you can, so sometimes there's some mistakes and everything, but at the end of the day, I feel like giving your energy and your heart in a performance makes all the difference.
Yes, and a way for them to remember who you are as well. Give that good aspect of us as a band working hard to bring people the entertainment, and
That's it.
yeah, that's it.
What I'll also throw on there is our grasp of social media. Living in 2016, you have access to Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. There's so many ways to just connect with your fans. And we want to bring the fun pop-punk element to the crowd, but at the same time, you can connect with your fans more so nowadays than ever before. And not to say we're the only band doing that, but if you're talking about what sets us apart from others, we try to do that as hard as the next hardest working band that is out there. Because when someone sees you interact with them on Instagram or Twitter or anything, you comment directly to them, they feel that much more attached, and then you gain a fan for life. So if there's one way we can just be different than other bands, it's just connect with the fans in a very 2016, 2017 sort of way.
So where can fans check your music out at?
You can find us at facebook.com/FelicityFL, because we're from Florida. Instagram, it's just We Are Felicity. Twitter, it's We Are Felicity, and wearefelicity.com. We'll try to make it as easy as we can. Check us out. You can listen to all of our music for free there, and hopefully, come check us in your city sometime.
All right, thank you very much. And you guys can make sure to buy Felicity's newest EP. Brace yourself. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3, Felicity!
Yeah.